Welcome, everyone. It is Thursday. It is the 16th day of the month of October of the year of our Lord 2025. My name is Keith. I'm glad to be here. We've got some incredible information. As we're starting the next chapter of our lives, all of us are, I would suggest that the title of that chapter is, I Caught the Vision and I'm Living the Dream. And to that point, I'm going to go to my good friend there in a town called Murray, Utah. And Larry, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Well, Larry Christensen is a friend of mine for many, many years, and Larry has a very unique story. Larry has a very unique talent. He's able to identify trends before they happen in business, and he's done it 3 previous times in the past. And yesterday, he was at an office of a company there in Murray, Utah, right, Larry?
Yes.
Well, you want to give everybody your and we think about this as the second witness. We've all heard from Hernan, and there's others that have been to the office and whatever, but Larry is our friend. Larry was there yesterday as a second witness of where we're here on Catching the Vision. Larry, I'm going to let you share your thoughts.
So I'll just give you a brief. Last year, 2024, I spent 7 months in the hospital. I had a heart and kidney transplant. So they have me on a lot of different medications, anti-rejection meds, and a couple of them definitely have a lot of side effects. So I have pain, fatigue, different things, and I'm mobile and I can move around, but it's just something I've dealt with, and I just finally started thinking, well, maybe this is what I have to deal with all the time. And then Keith called me and started telling me a little bit about this company and the products, and he goes, do you know where Murray is? And I go, yeah, I live in Murray, and now, because I still live right next to the hospital. But so they set up a time where I could go by and meet the individuals at the hospital, and Gordon was there. First I met Curtis, and then he took me around and showed me the office, and I was teasing him, and I'm going, hey, where'd you knock the wall out? Because in my younger days, I was a general contractor. And so he took me over, showed me and how they've expanded. And then Gordon came in, and then I was able to meet Gordon. And then Ashley was there, and I got to meet Ashley and also Brent. And so it was a great experience just talking with them and getting to know their story about how each one of them had experiences with olive oil. And Curtis and his wife, she tells a story, but I said, it's no accident that you had that experience, and then you're sharing that with your friend Gordon, and then Gordon's telling you he's sharing his thing about oil with you, and then you were able to tell him about your experience with the oils. And then he said, yeah, and then we talked with Joe, and he had things that he was talking about, all about the olive tree, the olive oil, but it can't be like it is here, so refined here that we get in the United States, because I drink olive oil. And so he was telling me this story, and when Keith first started telling me, I got this feeling about, there's something about this, because that's one of the things that's talked about. I'm not trying to get religious, but in the scriptures, I studied the scriptures a lot. Especially, they lost me multiple times on the operating table, so I've got a keen feeling for things. And so when I'm in the office and he's telling me about this, and I'm listening to Curtis, and I go, do you have some of that? I go, I take olive oil, but I'd like to take. So he has a personal little bottle that he has of his own that he gets from the owner of this vineyard that olive orchard vineyard that he has in Italy. And he goes, yeah, I'll give you some. He goes, but it's pretty potent. And he gave me a little shot of it. They don't give you much. And I took a little shot, and so did he. We had to toast it. We toasted the shot. And And he's looking at me and he goes, man, you took that like a champ. And I go, yeah. I go, I take olive oil, but as I'm sitting there, I noticed, I was looking at him and I go, wow, I can feel it in my head. I go, I can feel it. It's like I'm starting to get clarity, more clarity. And he kind of smiles at me and he goes, yeah, there's a lot to this. And then we went through and he just shared how this got started and their dreams and their all of their different backgrounds, experiences. And I could just see this thing. I was going, man, if these products really work, this is amazing. And perfect timing. I go, this is perfect timing because of COVID and all the different things that have happened since 2020. And as I'm talking with him, I'm feeling different things. And then as I left, I went to the hospital to meet some friends. I had some gifts to give them. And I'm standing there talking to one of the nurses. And they go, man, you look great. And I go, I feel great today. And I go, usually in the afternoon, because this was about 4:30 at this time, and I go, I get really starting to get fatigued. I get real fatigued in the afternoons for the medications that I'm on. And I'm looking out the window. There's a window I used to look out. I was there for 7 months, like I said. So I'm looking out this window, and I go, man, I can see a lot clearer right now. I don't know how to explain it. And then I could feel it in my chest, and I said, I joked with him, and I go, I think my new heart likes this stuff. I go, I can literally feel my heart in my chest at that moment, accepting what I'd put into it. And it's because of the meds you have to be on, and it's hard on everything, all those anti-rejection meds, but you need to be on them. And the longer I went throughout that afternoon, I didn't have to take a nap. I was very alert, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. And I did even some more research on my own just to see just what they do to our products here, and that's why we don't get the benefit that they get in Italy. And I just think this is a perfect timing, and I know that product works. And I got a little tiny sample of the pain cream that they came up with, and I haven't been able to use it because last night, usually I cramp up really bad because of two of the medications that I'm on, and it didn't cramp up last night, so I don't know. I can't claim it was what I drank, but Ashley is coming up with this skin, she calls it skincare, but it's really a pain. The one is for pain. And I made a lot of money selling products that did pain, but it was a prescription, and it was a compound. And so I know people want a product that will work that is topical. And you still need the internal things. I can testify what it did to me yesterday, just the one time. And so I'm looking very forward to moving this forward. And I'm really looking forward to being able to go and just purchase the products.
So, Larry, let me ask you a question. You know, after we talked yesterday and you came back and I'm sitting there and this morning, the part of this business is if you catch the vision of where we're at, would you agree with this statement? If you catch the vision of what this can be, you'll be able to live your dreams?
Oh, yes, without a doubt. Yeah, it would, as an individual, dreams too. It's, you know, the company has their vision. They've put together these products, and they're even working on other things but as an individual, once you can see the vision and you catch that vision, this company, you'll be able to fulfill your dreams. As a joke, I joke with Keith and others, but when I was in the hospital, every time somebody'd walk in my room, they go, how you doing? And I go, I live in the dream. And so one of the CNAs made up a sign and stuck it on my door that said, live in the dream. And then one of the nurses actually bought a sign to put in my room from Amazon. And so every time I'm there, if I don't say live in the dream, they get disappointed. But it's true, because each step in your life, if you're looking forward, because even though I was in the hospital, I was looking forward to things. I don't know how to explain it. I just knew I wasn't going to die. And so I could look forward to things, and that's what I meant by living the dream. I couldn't share with them really what I was talking about, most of them. But when I saw this, when Keith was telling me about this and I went into the company, I said, man, this is a real deal. And the people behind it, these are real business people. These are individuals that know how to assist us and to become successful. They can't make us go out and do it, but on the backside, they've got what it takes to put us in a place where if we go put in the effort, we can live our dreams.
All right. So once again, as you start as everyone is starting their next chapter of their life, a good title for this next chapter is I caught the vision. Now I'm living the dream. And we thank you, Larry, for being there. You want to share with everybody real quickly how I had that conversation with you, but I required you to do something, right?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. They even thought it was funny at the office. But I said, yeah, Keith sent me this video, and he just simply said, I'll know when you watched it because you'll call me. And if you don't call me, you haven't watched it. And I told him that yesterday in the office. I thought that was awesome. and it was true. And so I was in the middle. I had to finish up some things, so I had to let Keith know I haven't watched it yet. But I let him know as soon as I started watching it, and then I called him. And but it's true. If you actually watch that movie or that video and you don't call the person that sent it to you, then you're not. I'm not being negative, but they're just not looking for a dream at this moment in their life, and that's okay. We're looking for the individuals that want to dream again.
Absolutely, and we're going to be going in with a little bit of branding on a couple things we're doing about the dream. So, Hernan Wallace, are you hiding out, my friend?
I got a big smile on my face, Larry.
Another
big smile.
Well, I sent him the pictures too.
So
both
Larry
of you got them.
Larry is a witness of what the product can do and his vision of the company, and we have the witness of Hernan as well. So Hernan, another life you've touched already, huh?
Yeah, pretty amazing. I'm so glad that I had the courage to call you, Keith.
Well,
otherwise Larry wouldn't have had that experience.
No, without a doubt. Yeah. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I think about, and that is that right now you can introduce people to this and without asking them to spend any money. They don't have to spend any money. They just put their information in, and then later they can decide whether or not they want to get the product. But right now, if you do have a vision for the future, if you do have a dream that you would like to fulfill, now's the time to go to work. Like Keith talks about the first mover's advantage. It doesn't cost you anything to put your information in the system. There's no reason in the world why you can't go get three who get three who get three who get three. It's simple. We're not asking anything from them. We're just asking for them to be one of the first to experience this incredible product and this product line. So I'm so excited that you're all part of this. I already know what's going to happen. I have a few friends on the call that experienced the company before with Joe and Gordon, and they know, they have a vision for what's to come. They know what's to come. There's no doubt in their mind, and so we're excited for all of you guys.
So we're going to continue here for a couple of minutes, and then we'll stop the recording. But the point is, most people have two pain points in their life. One of them is physical, one of them is financial. We have a product and an opportunity that fix both of those, but there's a cost of admission. And that cost of admission is you have to watch that hour and 15-minute video. And until you do so, we can't move forward. And that's what we want to do. That's the invitation. And someone says, well, it's an awful lot to ask someone to watch an hour and 15-minute video. you're on a line here with people that are going to volunteer to help you succeed in life, and the only cost that you have to get that help is watch the video. So with that, I want to thank you for listening to this part, and we're going to go up here and